Did you know that octopus is an 8-limbed, soft-bodied mollusk that has 300 species? Welcome to Nimasa this week. My name is Eugenia Abu. We thank you for joining us. In the spirit of the season of the brand new year 2024, we are not going to stop giving you those goodies we bring on this program. One of them is DJ's Diary, as well as Maritime Facts. Stay with us.
The Director General of Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamo, OFR, during the week announced via his official X handle that the agency has taken delivery of 2 more ballistic enforcement vessels, bringing the total number available to Nimasa to 7. These 8-passenger Aresa ballistic vessels have a cruising speed of 25 knots and a tank capacity of approximately 1,800 liters. This has enhanced the capability of Nimasa to discharge her mandate, the ultimate result being improved maritime safety administration in Nigeria. During the week under review, the Nimasa helmsman also hosted a delegation from the University of Lagos, led by the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Folashade Ogunshola.
I would like to, on behalf of the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, Executive Management and Management of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, I wish you a happy new year, and to state that
After exchange of pleasantries, Professor Ogunshola informed the Nimasa management of their mission to the agency. The UNILAG Vice-Chancellor assured the Nimasa management of the university's commitment towards sustaining standards by intentionally changing the narrative of maritime education in Nigeria.
We felt it was important to come and visit and to express our appreciation for what Nimasa has been doing at the University of Lagos. At the present time, as you know, building is going on for the Institute of Maritime Studies, and for us this is a major and critical part of our vision for the future. It's a building where the dreams of many will be realized and would also foster development in this area. Yes. And you can be sure that what we've started today is the very beginning of a major growth in that area.
In his response to the speech by the Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Bashir Jamo says the academia has a major role to play in the development of the blue economy in Nigeria. Jamo urged the UNILAG management to develop and implement a 5-year action plan to make the Institute of Maritime Studies in the university the epicenter of research for the repositioning of the blue economy as a leading contributory sector of the nation's economy.
But today I'm one of the most happiest person to see that a maritime training institution is about to commence in UNILAG, a university that for over 5 decades continued to produce a sound and educational individuals as well as leaders in different fields, including research. So quantitative research in Unilag is one of the foremost things. Within the next 4 to 5 years, we should be able to beat our chest. If I say we, the agency and the university, and say we discover A, B, C, and D in terms of our research findings, and today is one of the major areas where the Nigerian economy is growing.
Dr. Jammeh also disclosed the need to harmonize the various MOUs the agency had entered with other institutions.
Already the agency signed MOU agreement with over 16 universities. This MOU that we signed, hopefully we will have to exchange it with the University of Lagos and see how can University of Lagos be part of such an institution. Because most of the challenges that we are having today, we do have our own COC rejected by the international community, not international community only, even our internal stakeholders that own ship. They prepare to employ the services of foreigners for one reason or the other. So we have to look at the curriculums that we have. We have to look at their own curriculum. We have to look at the talents and our own academicians. What are the differences? Where are the gaps? How do we bridge the gaps?
Then came the interactive session, where Nimasa directors present also shared views on how best the Nimasa Unilag collaboration can grow capacity for the Nigerian maritime industry.
Mine is that the Maritime Institute should be focused on technology, the technical aspects. Because recently I visited South Shift Marine College, and what I observed there, I want it to be replicated here in Nigeria so that we can conserve the foreign exchange. The maritime industry has to be technically supported by Unilag.
But if by now we have not introduced shipping trade and finance related courses, I would like to also look at that, so that we train our people how we can work on in financing of these projects. That's
The real value of that institute is because we've been doing maritime studies and different aspects of it, but they're scattered around the university, which doesn't give room for the cohesion that's needed to deliver in a really great way and bring in international players to the university. But where we have everything happening under one roof, then we can really expand our abilities. That's one. And the way Nigeria is going, it is very clear that unless we start to domesticate our training, so that it's not just what is known, but that we add our own value there, which will come from what we generate here, we're not going to really be amongst the Committee of Nations in this area. So our expertise will come in with what we understand about our own blue economy and how best can that be done, but between the academics and the industry. And what we now do with our training is that we partner very closely with industry, such that there is a dynamism in our curriculum. Apart from the concepts, we have the part of industry that's very dynamic, and we are harnessing that in a more intentional manner. So we came today actually to thank Nimasa, to also discuss, how better we can work together, and I think we achieved that.
My name is Chief Dr. George Moralo.
Senator Binta Masi Garba.
Bonamuse is Rollins McFoy, the President of Women in Maritime Nigeria.
You are watching Nimasa this week.
You are watching Nimasa this week.
Nimasa this week, the voice of maritime.
The voice of maritime.
The voice of the maritime industry.
The voice of the maritime.
Nimasa this week, the voice of maritime, showing on these stations.
The Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegoyiga Oyetola, CON, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Dr. Magdalene Ajani, other officials from the Ministry, the Nimasa DG, Dr. Bashir Jammeh, and the agency's executive directors were among stakeholders who converged in Abuja for the strategy retreat on the roadmap, strategic plan, and structure for the new Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy.
The creation of the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy in 2023 reflects our nation's commitment to harnessing the vast potential of our marine resources for sustainable development. Under the visionary leadership of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and the stewardship of the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adeboye Oyetola CON, we have embarked on a journey of innovation, sustainability, and economic prosperity.
During the first session in Lagos, the Honorable Minister was clear about the vision of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in creating the ministry, which is hinged on job creation, poverty reduction, and promotion of sustainable development.
Nigeria's marine and blue economy stand as a pivotal sector to foster sustainable economic growth of the nation. Dear stakeholders, it is worth noting that this engagement forum is crucial to the development of the sector as it offers the opportunity for us all to collectively contribute our perspectives, ideas, and other relevant inputs that can propel the sector to the trajectory of success necessary to support the development of the economy.
The new Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy mandate is anchored on giving effect to the polity thrust through investment in international seaborne trade, development of inland waterways, enhanced coastal shipping, revamped maritime logistics, and creating new job opportunities.
Some ports in us, I'm told the negative seaport has it. You only go in no human interface. You tap and you can go in. We must bring that back to the ports. Ports saying, I won't want to just mention countries in this sub-region have done it, and there's no reason why we shouldn't have it in our ports.
We have more at the end of me. As of today, the primary responsibility for domain awareness is with the Navy. But every other person is part of that domain. And because we don't have a combined strategy, there's a lot of waste. For instance, he mentioned the different FDAs, the different surveillance arrangements, Falcon Eye, C4I, and the rest of it. There must be a dashboard.
When ships are arrested in Nigeria, these ships eventually become wrecked. The EFCC, the courts, we must look for a way where ships under arrest can be kept operational.
Also suggest that government should look to incentivize industry by reviewing our task force in line with, as is the case in other maritime nations, so as to create enabling environment for the emergence of Nigerian fleets trading globally.
Issues of renewable ocean energy, fisheries and aquaculture, research and development of marine biotechnology, increased port capacity through construction of new seaports, enhanced marine tourism, enhanced maritime safety and security of ships and port facilities are also on the front burner. To ensure agencies under the ministry deliver on these mandates, CEOs of parastatals have signed performance bonds, and in the words of the Nimasa DG, all hands must be on deck to ensure blue economy becomes the mainstay of the Nigerian economy.
This performance contract is something that will enable you to deliver value to the Nigerians. So who and who will execute or help in delivering such values? That is why we converge here. We listen to the stakeholders. What are your expectations? What you think we can do to make Nigeria great, to make marine and blue economy great, and to ensure we help Mr. President deliver his mandate. You understand? In line with his 8-point agenda.
is Nimasa This Week, a program produced by the Nigeria Maritime Administration and Safety Agency for your viewing pleasure. Don't go away.
From all indications, 2024 performance will be far better. For example, even the production on the crude lifting now has improved. So I believe that it will not be the same with the improvement, and also like the LNG. The 2023 LNG, we hardly, normally it used to be 20 vessels LNG, but in 2023 the highest we have is 12. Is 12. So, and then if all the parameters are put in place, for instance, we have constant supply of gas, LNG will be back to 80, between 15 to 80 vessels, and then also the issue of vandalism, because that's a major setback on LNG production. So if all these things are put in place, and with the state government taking now, with the issue also on our the automation aspect of it that we are talking about, full automation, ease of doing business, our performance will be far better. Generally, the outlook look brighter. I believe 2024 will be far better. The issue of single window, or what we call port community system, is the same. Two sides of the same coin. So this is what it means is that it's all about trade facilitation. So it means that the old information should come to the central point, where through this central point they disseminate all the relevant information, to relevant agencies in shipping. And the main essence is the ease of doing business. So that to facilitate business, it also is in line also with federal government policy of ease of executive order 1 of ease of doing business. So if we have information coming from one single window, and then you disseminate to different relevant agencies, it will be faster. Already IMO is anchoring the port community system. They have been in Nigeria twice, and I'm very sure when this thing comes into effect, it will enhance our revenue generation, because everything is on automation. So that will assist the agency and even the maritime sector as a whole.
Introducing the Nimasa Distress Response Call Lines for all maritime stakeholders, ship owners, seafarers, ship captains. Whatever your challenge or distress in the Nigerian maritime domain, please call 0803 0685 167, 0708 0005 956, 0700 0700 010. If you can't reach us on these lines, please call 0700 0700 020, 0700 0700 030. Also via VHF Radio Channel 16. Call and Nimasa will respond.
My name is Declan Oda, the Assistant Director of Health, Safety and Environment, also handling the radiography session of the Search and Rescue Base Clinic. You are welcome to the X-ray room. This is my machine, the machine I use, usually a Dell-compatible digital X-ray machine. This machine is rugged and easy to operate on. Over there in the other room, we have the ultrasound machine, which forms the complete unit of the radiography session.
This is the laboratory section of the SAR-based clinic, Nimasa. And here we run all diagnostic measures. For example, this one now is the BT3000. It's a chemistry analyzer that carries out 25 parameters in chemistry. Another automated chemistry analyzer, the Kenwell T426. It carries out 25 parameters in chemistry. You can see we're already running some samples. When you talk about urinalysis, when you talk about sputum, pore cells, when we're doing the microscopic aspect of it, we need to view it under the microscope. Yes, you can see here is for malaria parasites. I said this is the Vitek 2 Compact Biomeru by France. It is mainly for microbiology. When you look at my far left, you see the biosafety cabinet. What is the work of the biosafety cabinet? It's for air purification, mopping up microbes in the lab, bringing out purer air. I know we don't work with expired reagents.
Any vessel operating coastal voyage in Nigeria must mandatorily have on board the following: vessel logbook, vessel port of call, vessel particulars, which include registry certificates, safety equipment certificates such as safe manning certificates, builder certificates, load line certificates, tonnage certificates, radio certificate, insurance certificates, classification certificates, passenger ship safety certificate, service certificate, cargo ship certificate, and waiver certificates or receipts. Vessel owners, captains, shipping agents, and members of the public are advised to note and comply.
Introducing the Nimasa Distress Response Call Lines for all maritime stakeholders, ship owners, seafarers, ship captains. Whatever your challenge or distress in the Nigerian maritime domain, please call 0803 0685 167, 0708 0005 956, 0700 0700 010. If you can't reach us on these lines, please call 0700 0700 020, 0700 0700 030. Also via VHF Radio Channel 16. Call and Nimasa will respond.
What are you anchored on this week? I'm anchored on security. Say a prayer for all those security operatives who are working on the high seas to keep us all safe. You have been watching Nimasa this week. My name is Eugenia Abu. On behalf of the crew, we thank you for joining in.